a display, and it's asking us all to be ready. So what do they mean by being ready? In 2023, most people are walking around today thinking that nothing is coming up, nothing is around the corner. And I think we know better that they're warming up and they're coming after us, and we know this to be a fact. So let me remind some people of a few things. Number one, in 2020, at the beginning of the pandemic, Trudeau, I don't know, I'm not going to be quiet here. No. Trudeau, remember this, ordered 400 million doses of the vaccine. No return policy. So, that does not mean that we've already got them. It means in the contract that they have for Pfizer and Moderna specifically that they have to pay for their order whether they order it or not. And up to now, we've only gone through only 150 million doses of vaccines. So, that still leaves quite a few vaccines that Trudeau's got to get rid of. He's not throwing them in the garbage. He wants the Liberal Party to stay in power. If he throws them in the garbage, they lose all the money. So, they have no choice to lock us down again and to make it absolutely mandatory to roll out the vaccines. So we're going to be ready this time. And this time, we're going to stand together before they take away all our freedoms. And we're going to stand together. Every Saturday, we're going to meet here, and we're going to be ready for when this happens in a week from now, a month from now, or even a year from now. They have a 2030 agenda. For anybody who doesn't know about this United Nations 2030 agenda, they are in cahoots with the World Health Organization, and they have now just released their report on how to sexualize our children by the year 2030. So, when we are now finding in Sault Ste. Marie that we have pornographic books in the library, when we are now finding in Sault Ste. Marie that they are encouraging gender fluidity, when we now find out in Sault Ste. Marie that this is happening in Sault Ste. Marie and not in other communities, then we must stand together and we must be ready. So right now, there's only a few of us. Some of us might be looking and saying, oh no, we're not ready. But I'll tell you, from anybody that was here the last time, when we thought there was a few of us, and when we were wondering where everybody was, something magical happened. And it was called the Freedom Convoy. And when the Freedom Convoy came through Sault Ste. Marie, when Canada to Unity was all alone, and we were hosting our events, and every night the police showed up and said we were over 10 people, and every night that they showed up, we were 100% in compliance because we were training, educating, and recruiting, which is the allowability under our Canadian freedom of right to be able to do this. So we have to stay ready, and we have to stay meeting, because that night, on January 27th, over 1,000 people came through our school that day. Donations came from all around the city, all around the neighboring communities. It was beautiful. It was probably the most beautiful thing that ever happened. So the idea that we are standing together, believe it. Anybody that's driving by right now, anybody that sees us, anybody that now are seeing the flyers that we're going to start putting out, they're going to know that there's an organization that they can come to when they have questions. Because people have questions. And so we have to be ready. The ones that are here have to educate themselves and be ready for what's coming next. Yes, we can talk about what happened in the past. That's part of getting ready. That's what we like to do when we're gathered around the school, having a picnic, having a meal, having a potluck, having our prayer meetings, whatever it is that we're doing, we remind ourselves what happened in the past 3 years. So when the call went out to be ready, we said right out loud, we are ready. And now we're ready to educate other people. And so for that reason, we have to stay together. We have to spread the word. We have to let everybody know that we are not afraid. We are not afraid, okay? We will stand together. We will stand alone. We will stand united. And we will be ready. All right, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate everybody coming. I'll keep this short and sweet. I will ask, does anybody have any questions or anything that they would like to say? Anybody? I can come to you. Do you have any questions? No? What about you, Nick? You say you know it all, Nick. Do you have any questions? Yeah, ask me a question. Anybody want to ask a question? Okay, we are ready then because we know it all. So, understand, we are going to be doing more protesting. We are going to be doing more recruiting. We are going to be doing more rallies. We are going to be waving our Canadian flags. We are going to be standing proud. Our current battle today is to make sure we are going to do more information sessions. Information, this is what we got to do. We got to start passing on what we know, and don't be afraid to ask questions, because when you ask questions, sometimes it's the people that are standing around listening. They're the ones that are getting educated. So we do this for a cause, okay? And we do it to be ready. So, saying that, then thank you again, everybody, for being here.